Well, hi guys, this is me, Christian again. And so yeah. Anyways, today's video that I like to pronounce on throughout today. And I know guys that it has been in the past, as I could say here, something about, yeah. We've already basically qualified for two of the events already, like regionals and provincials. But yeah. I'm gonna take it one step at a time. So today's thing I'm gonna talk to you guys about will be the regionals, and so the provincials video will be for tomorrow, guys. Oh yes, and before I get into details about that, guys, yes, if any of you guys are new to the channels, by the way, or if recently, meanwhile, had your accounts for a while, please subscribe to me and also subscribe to my girlfriend Harmony as well. It'll seriously need help to both of us out a lot. And totally, yeah. Well, I figured this has been kind of actually going on for a while, like a long, honestful time now, guys. And the reason why I couldn't make the video of the regionals sooner than later, as I permanently want me to get that done, well, technically speaking, I didn't quite lose my ribbon, no. And I'm about to explain that in a few seconds from now. Anyway, so actually, come to think of it, yeah, somebody's actually been holding on to my ribbon, and I was gonna kind of wait for a week or so, but realized that I could go to the basketball game or anything like that, because somebody particular there is the one that's holding on to my second place ribbon. So here we go now. So the results all came out a little bit different, and the fact that I realized between the Wolfpack and Cameron crew, both, right? We were all, not just me, but everybody was slightly below, like, on their times, and don't forget about their meters as well. Like, the times went further up, the meters went way down for every single one of us. And taking a guess, here's why. Because on that day, okay, May 27th on Friday, yeah, it was really pouring rain outside. It really was muggy, like super rainy. And you can't expect to just do much out in the rain, can you now, guys? No, you just really can't at all. I don't see how that'd be possible. No, you just can't. So yeah, it really fogged a lot of things up. It messed up with a lot of patches of what everybody was qualified to do. Although, yeah. Anyways, so for the 100-meter dash, well, yeah, the results, because there was a lot more qualification senior boys this time, as it got a little bit more possibly trickier, and this was permitted to be quite normal, guys, quite understandable too. It's because, like, it's the next possible, almost impossible step to reach into the final thing named provincials, guys. And you're probably now wondering, guys, if I made it to provincials or not. Well, that we still don't know yet. And probably just by looking at my face now, it almost looks like I didn't make it, right? Well, I'm not quite done explaining these things yet. So yeah, because there were 13 senior boys, guys, and all the stats and everything, there were actually two heats during, that's right, not one. It was not all one race, because we couldn't just unfortunately fit more than 8 players in a rankable kind of leg race or something like that, guys. And totally, yeah. And I know this video could possibly take a while. I'm hoping not to make it this too much long. So, anyways, there were 2 heats, and I was not in the first heat, no. Couple of people I knew, like Austin Clarence and a few others, were on the first heat, and then me and Keegan were on the second heat. Well, I mean, I did come top 2 in that for the 100-meter dash until it turns out we actually had to combine the times together because I totally forgot when we were there at the track race out in Stellarton, guys, that he had to combine the times, and it turns out the times combined it in, and Keegan, turns out he still scored number 1 because he was known as the fastest one twice, and most likely would be the 3rd time, so we can already definitely know for sure that he made it. However, though, I only came actually 4th, believe it or not, because it was a lot more impossible, and my time for that was 14.90 milliseconds right there. Like 14 seconds, 0.90 milliseconds. That's my result that I got for the 100-meter dash, and I'll have all these stuff linked in the descriptions in case I've forgotten anything I said during this video, and yeah. So that's one thing I've already made to notice the provincials. Anyways, the second thing I'm going to announce, and I know this is kind of awkward and kind of a little weird how I'm pronouncing this time with the regional part, because the last video I did was talking about districts, and I put it from worst to best, but now this is just kind of all mixed up and everything, because here I'm going to start off next with Lone Jump, guys. And again, this was a pouring kind of frequent day. Couldn't really do a whole lot. Was nervous I was going to trip and fall and all that stuff. I still gave it my best. I still gave it my all, guys. And that's really what counts, isn't it, guys? The total frequent matter of it, all working. Again, we still had the 13 senior boys. Very tough game. But here we go. This is where I got my second place ribbon from. You won't believe it, guys. The results were terrifically very close here. Ooh, I know, sounds suspenseful and real intense right there too, guys, right? That's mainly because it partly was. You won't believe it making it so. But Clarence was one of the top number ones that's partaken. He had 3.38 meters. His highest was 3.90 from the last we did districts. And then Austin from 3rd place got 3.35. His best was 3.49 at the districts 2. And then luckily Keegan closed in on Brandon with 2.95. And Brandon at 2.93, yeah. Anyways, ready to hear my results, guys? I mean, you gotta say, I did talk about the 1st and 3rd. And get ready for it. My results. You guessed it. 3.37 meters, guys. That's how close it was. And you're probably noticing how am I able to still conversely remember all these numbers even though it's only been like 2 or almost 3 weeks from now, right? Actually, no, maybe 4 weeks. Well, I'm kind of a numbers guy and I can calculate stuff and just be able to remember stuff. No doubtfully problems right there at all, guys. So I will get all these videos uploaded at some point. Throughout maybe today, tomorrow, and all that kind of taking stuff. Might have been having a break for the last few bits of the while. So yeah, you heard the results very quickly, and from the districts, you still recall having my shockingly surprise with 3.50. So yeah, guys, taking the precautions, it was a very pouring, rainy day, and our results, Clarence with 3.38, me with 3.37, and then Austin with 3.35. Out of taking an out of the guess of 13 senior boys, and I still come top number two at the long jump. It was really a tight game. Really was, like, it was not a very easy day or so at fourth, but we all came really close, and there was quite, let's be honest, there's not quite a lot of people that could jump as high as over 3 meters. Well, some clearly can, and some could clearly go over 4 meters, right? Well, sadly, I'm not one of those people that can go over 4 meters. And I'll explain that another time. So yeah, I would be basically having my silver ribbon, and I could be honestly able to show you guys that right about now if I could, but that's still being held right now. Like, I couldn't get that back. Still can't right now. Anyways, before we make this video way too long and everything like that, we better get right into the vastity of shot put right away. So yes, it was even qualified that I did make it to regionals for the shot put too, but it got even worse there. Because not only, yeah, I did came in 9th place in shot put, and on top of that, my shot was a lot more worse there. I gotta say, it was way worse there on the shot put. During versus the long jump, my second jump was the very bestest one, and for shot put for districts was like the second one as well. This one, this time the only difference, it only took me the very last one to get me disqualified. Like this, yeah. As in, like, I got qualified, like, but my shot I finally made came out to be around 6.34, guys. Yeah. So that was way lower than the last time that I scored 6.85. And because I made it 9th place, so here's how it basically works, as I just figured out. I didn't know anything about this because this is only my first time really actually experiencing track and field for anybody that's very taking interest in wanting to try out track and all that stuff, right, guys? So anyways, so it turns out, like, districts, you need to qualify for the top 8 or less to get you qualified for regionals. But as for regionals, it gets tougher because in that sort of case, like 2 weeks later, it divides even more conquer right there. You need to get qualified into the top 4 or less to actually make it to provincials, which is the final championship. And your final best championship is what you got qualified to do. And if you mess it up, that's it. You gotta wait for a long while or so what for. So anyways, now that I've explained a lot, so the things I qualified for, yeah. So wondering if I made it to provincials or not? The answer was, yes I did. And congratulations on me just trying to make it there. I did make it, and I put some more effort into it, of course. However, though, I only qualified for 2 out of 3 of the events that I said there. Isn't that right, guys? 4th place for 100 meter dash. 2nd place, which I get the 2nd place ribbon for the regionals, and the final one, 9th place, so that's disqualified for shot put, so I'm not doing the shot put. However, though, I can still do the 100 meter dash and the long jump, and that's final, and let's hope it will be a much more beautiful day after explaining it tomorrow. Anyways, in case I forgot anything else that I said during the video, I might explain in the descriptions down below. Anyways, wrapping this video up now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and Christian signing off. Bye-bye. Woo.